Which way does a tree fall?
I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees, not for the thoughts that live on their knees. Okay, now that I got that bad joke out of the way, let's review how Western women resemble feral cats rather than actual people these days, prowling the streets for meat, only to hit the wall far earlier than they ever have before in recorded history. Here's the first clip.
The men out there who are 50-50 warriors, providing is in the Bible, okay? You cannot call yourself a man of God or a man of faith if you're not a provider. Read the Bible.
Yeah, that part of the Bible's talking about his wife, not some chick he met at the Carolina Classic and went on 2 dates to the Cheesecake Factory. It also says that your duty will be to your husband and he shall rule over thee. And we know y'all don't want to be ruled over. So do us all a favor and stop quoting the Bible.
Amen, brother. Amen. Guys, this is exactly what I was talking about in a recent video. The modern woman doesn't just want to be a princess anymore. After riding that carousel, she hops off, or so she says, and proceeds to try and get biblical levels of respect. I don't know how long it's going to take, but eventually someone is going to have to call this out for what it is, a mental condition. I don't think narcissism quite fits the bill here. Here are some of the top comments. Who's going to tell her being a virgin until marriage is also in the Bible? She knows damn well she ain't reading no Bible. She heard that from one of her broke-ass friends. They love cherry-picking the Bible. She has a lot to learn. She may have a lot to learn, lady, but take it from me. She, and most likely you, never will. Feminism is a cult that treats religion and law like a trail mix. They take what they want and leave the rest of it behind, ignoring the fact that everything is present for a reason. Here's the next clip.
Look, why?
The doors don't go up like this?
Yes, come on now.
What are you talking?
Come on now.
You got me normal doors?
Normal door is a Tesla.
My dream car is an X.
But he still got you the...
No, this is not my dream car.
Bro, chill out. Why are you acting like that, bro? Neighbors gonna come outside.
I know, this is a piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit. It's a Charger. I mean, a fucking
where
Tesla.
Where did you get it from? Why is it look so dirty?
I had to drive in here. I had to go in the HOV lane. We were trying to
With
rush
all
here.
the bugs on it? Like, how are you gonna... No.
Do you know how much this car
That's what I'm saying, bro.
She's so close to her natural habitat, bro. Just give her a little nudge. No reason to turn your home into a zoo. Western women make the claim that they're modest and dependable, but then suddenly blow a gasket the second their dream car is out of reach. Meanwhile, a majority of men on the planet are working in factories and mines, collecting enough pennies to hold on to their property. Lady, the guy bought you a Tesla. How can you possibly be this upset? I'd say this is satire, but the current climate says otherwise. Here are some comments. Nah, she not thick enough to be complaining like that. Again, men, stop dating these types of women. I guarantee she displayed red flags before this even happened. Give it to her sister. Why are you buying your girl a car, period? Only her wife gets a car. Rookie mistake number 1. Yo girl, you want your dream car? Then you can go purchase it yourself. Be thankful somebody bought you a car. I wish somebody would buy me a brand new car. So close, people. So close. Here's the truth. No matter how beautiful a woman is, don't go buying her something that expensive. Don't be dating in the West at all. Don't give it to her sister just because she's quiet. They have the same mom. Finally, giving a Western wife a car is just giving a down payment for future pain. Why would you do that to yourself? Take the money, save your time, end of story. Next one.
Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, 9.
Okay, have a good day.
Each bowl has 2 packs of ramen, exactly 2 packs.
And I'm usually a 1-pack girl.
bullshit?
I don't see the problem here, guys. Clearly we have 2 petite little queens that don't need no man. In all seriousness, this is how lost our generation has become. I have no doubt these same women expect a 6-pack to match the 6 figs, even though they treat their bodies like a southern landfill. I understand the side-eye meme, but my jaw was personally hitting the floor. This is what happens when we let women govern every facet of their lives. It's never pretty. Here are the comments from the first clip. Didn't y'all say y'all love confident women? Out of what, 100? Kevin had no filter. An argument can be made for a 2 at best. 3 at best. Guys, I think you're being a little too generous here. To the first comment, this is what confidence in the West gets you. A woman with so much mass she's acquired her own orbit. Here's the next clip.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is, the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, hey, you want to answer some customer service problems? I'm looking down at these, and I'm looking at them, and I'm kind of wondering. I'm like, what was this for again? Oh, I don't know.
So can you spell?
I'm an English teacher.
You're an English teacher? Okay, perfect. Spell river.
River, R-I-V-E-R.
Put a D in front of river. What does that spell?
What? It doesn't spell. It's not a word.
It's not a word?
Put a D, like the letter D.
The letter D in front of river. What does that spell?
R-I-V-E-R. Like
Yes.
a letter D in front of. That's not a word.
That's not a word. And she's an English teacher. Okay. How do you spell driver?
The kids are going to be just fine. As we've seen time and time again at this point, a system governed by women isn't really a system at all. Most college electives these days are indoctrination, plain and simple. I personally had to take a multicultural gender studies class to even graduate. The school knew no respectable guy would be caught dead attending, so they made attendance mandatory. After that experience, I can say I wouldn't wish such a thing on my worst enemy. Let's check out some of the comments. In front equals river D, before equals D river. In front and before mean the same thing in this context. She just lost her job. The fact people are putting a letter behind a word, he said D in front of river, driver, D behind the word river, rivered. And y'all teaching the future? We're doomed. Some people in the comments were being too soft. The question was clear and concise. She just couldn't figure it out. Why? Because women are so coddled that they would be able to survive without spell check or Grammarly. I'd bet $100 that she's going to go back to school and take this out on her students. If you're a guy, you know this is the truth. Another one.
If you're driving 80 miles per hour, how long does it take for you to go 80 miles?
Like 2 hours?
Yeah. Hour and a half. Hour and a half?
I'm sorry you had to see that, boys. Just to bring the point home, we know that today's institutions are going to give these two a corner office for tax purposes. Unfortunately, that's just the situation we find ourselves in. Most Karens are probably going to argue that this was a trick question, but once again, most guys would be able to figure these out with earmuffs on. Why? Because teachers don't pull punches with guys. They give all the special treatment to thoughts, who will go on to mess up the market for everyone, run off, and ask daddy for rent assistance. The top comments are, you know what smart people are called in America? Tourists. Oh, please, I don't know the answer too. I'm bad at math. The analogy 80 miles per hour is not even correct. Some cars can hit 0 to 80 in 5 minutes. Nah, he literally said it, 80 miles per hour. Thank you to the man in the back. This really isn't that hard. For some people tend to miss the point entirely. To the guy coming after the US, we might not be the brightest in the world, but come on, you can clearly see what we're dealing with here. Men aren't the ones messing with the stats. Case in point in the next clip.
We're women in America. We're told our life's purpose is to bear children, but there's no social supports when we do.
You have no social support when you bear children? Really? None? None at all? Not a single social support network? Next.
We're women in America. We could go to jail if we have a miscarriage.
Jail if you have a miscarriage. There was only one such report where I could find a supposed woman going to jail for having a miscarriage. But all we have to do is scroll down the article just a little bit and we can see that she took illicit drugs while pregnant. There was meth found in her unborn son's liver and brain. Next.
We're women in America. We need permission from our husbands to have certain surgeries.
No, you don't. The only such procedure I ever hear feminists argue that they need their husband's permission to get is a hysterectomy, and we see that no state mandates spousal consent for this procedure. So no, there's no such surgery where a woman needs her husband's permission to be allowed to get the surgery. Next.
We're women in America. We can lose custody of our children to the same man who abused us in front of them.
What custody battle are y'all losing? Mothers have a 90% chance of winning child custody cases. Can you even definitively find a case where an abusive father won custody over the children? Or are you just saying that just to say it? Next.
We're women in America.
We don't even know how to define what a woman is. If you would have said that, that would have been true. That would have been true.
Gentlemen, here we have a classic case of what I like to call a headline reader. Individuals who lack the mental bandwidth to read past the title of any article they reference. The fact that this chick believes that there's no social assistance given to women just highlights the propaganda we're dealing with in the Western world. The comments are, we're women in America. We love to pretend to be victims of a system that works mostly in our favor. Sir, do more fucking research. Don't sit here and act like you know what you're talking about. You're part of the problem. Congratulations. We're women in America. We say whatever we want without consequence. Why are they such victims? People need to stop this shit. Feminist nonsense. Dude, the person who wrote the second comment here needs to get their head examined. What kind of lobotomite watches a video where the guy literally shows a list of examples and they still think they have a leg to stand on in this debate? In response to the fourth comment, there is no stopping it. It's part of the institutions now. That's how MGTOW was born in the first place. Here's the next one.
How is a single mother's child an asset to another man? Come on, accountant.
Only in the legacy that she lives and leaves.
But she's not an asset to me because there's no DNA tied to me. She's 9 years old. That man would be putting into your baby daddy's legacy. I would just be paying it. That's a bad investment.
Ooh.
It's your investment, but I've been a stepfather. I can't go get the money back that I put into my stepson.
But
that's gone. Well, and all the dollars I put into that, even though it was there, I have to accept the fact that it didn't go into my daughter's mouth.
Right.
Because as stepfathers, you have no legal claim. And how many stepchildren, how many times do you see somebody stepping up to get the ticket on an award and they want to say, I thank my stepdaddy. They always thank their stepmama or their mother. And man, you know how this goes. So
sometimes you have to walk through a ring of fire before you see the light. There's a clear difference between an asset and a liability. Single moms continue to try and bring their value up on the internet, but everyone with a developed mind can see that this is a con akin to Bernie Madoff's investment plan. Sure, there are a lot of promises because there are a couple of returns to boost the lie. However, only a simp will believe the sale. If you're a husband of a single mom, as many Man Guide fans have said in the past, you immediately become a second-class citizen. Here are some of the comments. Exactly. Women, stop playing stepmama. Ain't no reward in that. Never once heard a ninja say, I want to thank my stepdaddy for real. They respect the man trying to be a stepdad more than the baby daddy. Tell that to Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. Men don't get no love no matter what they do. Here we go again. Some thought in the comments tries to reference the Bible. Lady, you are not the Virgin Mary and your pregnancy was not the Immaculate Conception. You live in a trailer park and your man who knocked you up is not God or Joseph. His name is Chad and he ain't going to answer your prayers. Next clip. This is the part of Western healthcare people aren't talking about. During every medical crisis, we never fail to see the modern woman at work, but she's not saving lives. Nope, she's dancing or crying performatively on camera, while grandma clutches his chest down the hall. I'd be surprised if these chicks thought a code blue meant they had to service a guy at the club. Here are some of the comments. As a nurse, we don't accept her. As a nurse, this is embarrassing. We do not accept her as a representative of the Professional Nurses Association. This better be fake or drop the hospital name so she can be fired. I'd pull my own plug right there. Ah yes, now I understand why American healthcare is considered shit. Yep, don't blame the men here guys, we tried. To the nurses, sorry but you have to accept her. This is what happens when you vote for policies that force companies to hire people based on what's between their legs. You can try and make the claim all you want, but y'all marched unnecessarily for decades, and she's the product of that. And here's the last clip.
Kayla, come on.
So men don't open car doors anymore?
How the f do you think I got it?
It's always good to end with a laugh. As is typical of 304s, they always proclaim at the top of their lungs that chivalry is dead, not realizing who decided to take it out behind the barn to begin with. And here are the comments. Let him cook. I mean, he just opened the door. No, because y'all be saying y'all don't need men for anything. He kinda right. Her way of thinking is really old-fashioned. Nowadays, women can do everything man can. Finally, a united comment section. Western women decided that men were disposable, that they didn't need them for support. The decision has caused a lot of chaos, financial struggles, and global discourse. But hey, at least by ridding ourselves of the problem, we now have the luxury to sit back, laugh, and stack bills with nobody in the way. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.